I think my husband's cheating on me with his students.
Give him an F.
She'll do anything for the grade, I guess. So I am freaking out right now. My partner is a high school.
Oh, no.
Oh, God. It's so much worse.
No.
I was thinking college. And I'm like,
immediately awful.
Oh. My partner is a high school math teacher. Let's hope she's at least a very old high schooler.
I'm hoping she's at least 18. It's still
I'm
awful.
hoping she was held back for like 4 or 5 years.
She's like a 26-year-old high school senior.
Or maybe she's just been, maybe she's just she's been held back like 30 years, Let's fingers crossed.
Maybe she's doing like an online GED.
Yeah, exactly. He's been teaching now for a decade and generally has been praised by students, parents, other teachers, and admin for how he does his job. He's just really involved with the students,
He's just too involved.
It's too involved. By the way, this comes from Throwaway Teacher Cheat on the Best Redder Updates subreddit. So we have been together for 7 years. We got married in 2023.
Well,
I have never been worried about him being interested in his students. First mistake.
Yeah, you would hope not.
We have even talked about teacher-student relationships, and he has never expressed anything other than disgust and how it's an abuse of power, even if the student isn't adults, not to specific instances in real life, just movie instances and general topics discussion. So
Like
they're talking about it like,
Pretty Little Liars.
Is pretty. That
I've never
happens in
seen
Pretty Little Liars,
but I know that there's a student-teacher relationship in it.
Yeah. He has never been called out for being inappropriate. That I know. Maybe you'll be the first one. Never engage with students over the weekend/summer unless it's school-related. But even then, all contact is through school email or with parents. Ezekiel says, I'm sure she's very mature for her age.
Yeah, he's definitely telling her that.
Icky. So he generally refers to his students as his kids.
Ew.
Stepkids. And actively keeps a distance from developing too close of a relationship because he is young, attractive, and other male teachers recommended he do so.
Ugh.
So here's what happened. We're going to get the juicy details. Around March, we were at a movie theater one evening, and I noticed a gaggle of girls staring and pointing. I notified my partner, assuming they were his students, and he told me I was right. I wonder if he's sweating at this point.
He's like, yes, those are my students.
Yeah, I swear, just my students, not
my math students.
Yeah, no, we're not doing anything other than math. Just long division.
Just fractions.
Just fractions.
Sometimes calculus. No geometry.
I swear. No physical education. I swear. It's
I
all
don't teach
math.
PE.
I do not teach PE. I would never, and especially not sex education.
No.
I would never. And if I did, I would make sure I was hands-on. I don't want these children not knowing how to navigate through the world.
Send them in the world like that.
No, you can't. You can't. He bowls them into the world.
I'm scared.
Very hands-on. So we did not go over and say hi. We have seen his students before out and about, and he says hi on a case-by-case basis, but typically doesn't initiate. And they did not come to us. But I noticed the rest of the girls playfully shoving one girl with lots of whispers. And the girl was staring at my husband sheepishly, like this, sheepishly. I immediately thought she probably had a crush.
Mm-hmm.
Thought nothing of it after until last weekend. Ezekiel says, Ezekiel with the banger comments right now. Teacher, can I get some extra credit? Bow, chicka, wow, wow.
Yeah.
We were celebrating Canada Day. Oh.
Classic
Canadians being too nice to their students.
Whoa. Oh.
We were celebrating Canada Day at a barbecue with family, and my husband was pretty wasted. At one point, he went to the bathroom and didn't come back for so long, I was worried he was getting sick, so I checked on him, like a good wife.
Yes.
When I knocked and said it was me, he said he was okay and would be right out, but didn't unlock the door. He stayed in the bathroom for another 10 minutes.
What's he doing in there?
What's he doing? Sometimes it takes a while. Sometimes it takes a while.
That's just because you go to the bathroom for like 30 minutes.
I do. Yeah. But I swear,
Yeah,
I'm not talking to high schoolers.
No.
I'm just being,
Okay.
I'm just,
You don't need to tell the whole world.
What? That I'm not being, I feel like they need to know.
No.
He stayed in the bathroom for another 10 minutes. Super unusual for him, but it could have been anything. All right. Later that night, I woke up around 3 and he wasn't in bed.
Is he still in the bathroom?
Still in
Did
the
he ever
bathroom.
leave the bathroom?
I don't know. He might have fallen in. Worried again, I got up and found him on his phone in the living room. This is also unusual. Wait. I see you.
I see you.
Is the high schooler with child?
Why would he be on his phone then? Or is this just a
because
conspiracy theory?
My conspiracy theory is like it was just a casual thing, and now she's pregnant, and so now he's going into like overdrive.
I hope not.
I hope.
But I thought it was like unrelated, and he was just watching like.
Yeah. Yeah, just his midnight corn.
I thought that he was
consumption.
just like really getting into that in the bathroom.
It's a safe space. This is also unusual. So when I asked him what he was doing, he was definitely surprised when he hit his phone screen.
What's he got on that phone screen?
He said he couldn't sleep and didn't want to wake me up by watching videos next to me in bed. We both went back to sleep together. Okay, it's fine.
So far, so good.
So far, so good. Maybe it was a like red flags were raised and no one's doing anything bad.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, OP says I think my husband's cheating. We don't know for sure.
We don't know. We don't know anything.
Totally fine.
Yeah. We both went back to sleep together. The next morning, he was hungover and slept in. I went through his phone.
Ooh, that's not great. Not a great move.
I've never not had a reason to trust him, which is a double negative. So she's always trusted him.
Had a reason to trust him.
So I've never gone through his phone. Found nothing of interest except for the Snapchat app.
Not the Snapchat app.
Which was not logged into. Also, I know girls that will not date guys with Snapchats.
I don't, honestly, I kind of get that.
Yeah, I mean.
I kind of get that. I truly no hate to anyone in the chat who uses Snapchat. But I feel like for like a lot of men, there's just only one reason to have Snapchat.
If you're over 18 and have a Snapchat, like you're up to no good.
No hate.
No hate.
No hate?
If you're not,
but are you up to no good?
But are you? Yeah, come on.
What
Like,
are
be
you up
real.
to on
Why
Snapchat?
do you have Snapchat?
I do have like 2
Do you have
friends.
Snapchat?
No.
Uh-huh.
I haven't had Snapchat since like freshman year of high school.
Yeah, I haven't had Snapchat since my freshman. No, I used it at the beginning of college.
Or
So I guess we were probably using it around the same time.
Throughout high school, and then I got rid of it somewhere in between high school.
I had it like first year of college.
Yeah.
I was really into Snapchat stories.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was dedicated. I was doing all kinds of jokes and puns on there. It was great.
I was just using. I was using it to send streaks, and then at a certain point, I realized I was just sending black screens
just to
get the streak, and I was like, "This is pointless."
Also, poll for everyone: is Snapchat like a scrupulous app, or does it have no scruples? Does Snapchat have no scruples? Scruples. That's a word. Scruples.
No, I know.
Yeah, scruples. See, I don't know. Scruples. Scruples.
No, I think people can use it for just like for fun and goofs.
For goofs.
But I think a lot of guys do use it to snap a bunch of people.
I mean, I think probably guys and girls. Like there's
that's true.
There's girls on the other end. Sending snaps
scruples are
too.
without gender.
Scruples are without anyone on Snapchat, man or woman, needs to repent now.
Yeah.
Kat M. Kingstraw says the only reason I keep Snap is because my cousin and I have a streak of over 4,000.
That's crazy. Okay, Kat M. King Strauss. How much of those are black screens? Are they all like photos? Like, is it just I want to know, is every photo
a real photo?
A real photo.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah,
4,000
that's
is
impressive.
nuts.
That's impressive.
Nine Tails Girl says, I say Snap the cheater app. That sounds legit. So he used to use Snapchat, but from what I knew, hadn't in years. I honestly assumed nothing finding the app, and I figured I was reading too much into things. Well, last night, I saw a Snapchat notification pop up on his phone while we were watching TV. It was out of the corner of my eye, but the logo is too recognizable to mistake. My heart effing dropped because knowing he was logged out last week means he is definitely using it secretly.
Wait, the logo of what?
Snapchat logo. on his phone. Notification. The notification popped up, and what was
I
right
thought
there?
they were saying there was a picture of a logo on the Snapchat.
No. The Snapchat logo appeared on the phone, and she's like,
but
wait.
He was logged out.
I thought he wasn't using Snapchat.
You know what? Even more suspicious because a lot of younger people use Snapchat. So he's communicating
with the youth. DRed04 says, I only have Facebook and Instagram. IG is only real shares.
I don't use I do have Facebook because you guys make me have Facebook. But I only use Instagram and TikTok.
Yeah. I've stopped using any social media.
Whoa. Look at Mr. I don't have any social media.
That's a lie. I watch so much YouTube.
Yeah, I get it.
I watch so much YouTube, but on my computer. I watch a ridiculous amount of YouTube. Yeah, exactly. I have class. So knowing he was logged out last week means he is definitely using it secretly. I pretended like I didn't notice, and a couple minutes later, he got up to take a long poop. I cried while he was in the bathroom. And shortly after, I said I was going to bed early, and he stayed up without me. He's on summer break. When I got home from work, he was still passed out. I went on his phone and found no Snapchat.
Now he's deleted it.
Suspicious.
Is he just re-downloading and deleting every time?
I think so. Man is suspicious as heck. I knew something was shady for sure. And when I looked up Snapchat on the home screen, it was there, just hidden in a folder of apps.
He pulled the classic move that I pulled in 5th grade to hide my Minecraft.
Mm-hmm. Like, oh, these are just math apps.
They're just math apps. Yeah. And then you went to, if you go
two
to
screens
in the
over,
two screens over in the folder.
Minecraft.
Or it was just like you did it like a bunch of like literally like on the homepage. You just did a bunch and then had it all the way over there.
And they never
figured it out because no one really understood technology back in 5th grade.
Mm-hmm. So he had not logged out of Snapchat, and when I opened it, there was only one conversation with a real human. And also, the Snapchat app was disguised as cooking and workout apps. And the one real human on his Snapchat app, it was a girl. There was no evidence of conversation between them because, for those who don't know, Snapchat deletes previous messages for good. I was ready to confront him for cheating with basically zero evidence, but decided to keep snooping for something concrete. In that same disguised folder, I found out that he had only downloaded.
Well, I was kind of right earlier that he was on corn in the bathroom.
Yeah. The only content creator he was subscribed to had the same username as the woman on Snapchat. This is terrible, but at least she's of age.
She has to be at least 18.
Yeah, she has to be at least 18.
Be on OF.
Yeah, but it's his effing student.
That's so icky. So disgusting. Like, what are you doing?
Trying to help her pay for college. Think of it as a scholarship, babe.
It's terrible.
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
Oh my God.
Ay.
So bad. The one from the theater who was blushing. I've never clocked a face so fast. I am 100% certain. Jellyba says full ride scholarship.
That was a good one.
We make fun of OnlyFans simps all the time, so I was already disgusted, but I actually threw up when I found this. I was scared I was going to wake him up and genuinely didn't know what to do, so I put his phone back and left for work.
That's horrendous.
At work, I did some sleuthing and was able to find the girl's Instagram/Twitter accounts. She's 18, and from grad photos, I can tell with certainty that she attended my husband's school. The same OnlyFans link was in her Twitter bio.
Oh, so she is since graduated.
But
just graduated.
Yeah. He has texted me normally throughout the day, and I have not responded to any, but to tell him I have to go to my parents' tonight. But in reality, I am still at work because I don't know what to do. The reality is that this is effed up, but she has graduated. Is this now just the same as any old affair? I don't even know if she was in any of his classes. I don't know what to think. I don't know what to do next. Lawyer, should I ask my husband and see what he says? Should I ask her? Edit to add, does anybody know how to / if you can tell when an app was first downloaded to kind of see maybe when this was starting? TLDR, my husband was Snapchatting / subscribed to an OnlyFans of a student of his school who is 18. Help. We got some comments. We got some updates. It seems like everyone who voted in chat thinks Snapchat is a poopy app. So Addie, thank you. Is an unscrupulous and the scruples are non-existent on an app like Snapchat.
Yeah.
So appreciate your unanimous decision. Yeah, I guess there's a couple questions there, and Addie, we can finish up the poll.
I think you have to find out when this started, because either it started after she graduated, which someone said in the chat that he said it was summer break, which implies that she just graduated. So either it started like super recently, or this happened while he was still he was teaching her, which in that case, he could definitely get fired for that, and should be.
Yeah, I mean, I think if she's graduated, it's still bad because
it would still get him fired if there was proof that he had been engaging in anything during. But if she's graduated, no, that's my point. You have to find out.
Yeah, I think that. Well, and yeah, I think also you should think about this in terms of like the safety of other students there.
Yes,
because
absolutely.
if this was happening while he was there, like think of all the students that are at risk,
in danger. Yes.
In terms of this student, I think if she graduated, it's like it's still weird. It's still weirder than a regular affair, but it goes more towards the regular affair route where there's not much that you can do.
Yes, in terms of, yeah.
But if you know about the school, then I think you can definitely do something.
I mean, you could probably, I don't know, maybe reach out to the school or get a lawyer first and then reach out to the school. I would get a lawyer
first just to make sure, nothing bad is happening.
Yeah.
To you, if you bring this forward.
I mean, obviously, either way, divorce this man. He's cheating on you. But it's just a matter of how we go about this investigation.
Yeah. But we got some comments. We got an update.
So many updates.
This is a
long one.
A thickie. And Harry Spaghetti says, how would he even find out about her OnlyFans if he wasn't grooming her? I mean, I think there's a bunch of ways that you could find. You could, I don't know, you could follow her on Instagram, find her OnlyFans, and then reach out.
It could have been. Yeah,
it could be a bunch of ways.
Name.
Regardless, extremely icky.
Yeah, I mean,
extremely icky.
Either way, it implies that he was attracted to her while she was at school, and then he went the extra mile to go find stuff about her.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is disgusting.
Vix makes thanks for the $5. I had a teacher at my school that was dating a student. She was 18 and her parents knew.
We actually know someone.
Yes, we do. We do.
I won't say anymore.
Yeah. It was a different time.
It was a different time.
We do know a situation similar. There was no OnlyFans involved.
Yeah.
It was a different time. Oh, God. All right, but we got some comments. So, dang it. I pressed the wrong button. No.
Lovely Font says maybe the student sought the husband out. That is a possibility, but either way, still very gross that he couldn't set that boundary.
Yeah, and it's bad one because he's married, that's one, and also it's age gap, and also as a student, it was power dynamics.
No, I mean I went to an all-girls school, and the girls were always flirting with male teachers, and the male teachers were like, because I am an adult and a male teacher.
Yeah.
It's you just put up those are children.
I mean, and it's also like speed run to destroy your career as a teacher.
Yeah.
But we got some more comments. So Blue Cat 1011 says, this will not stay secret for long. If the other students know, this will come out sooner or later. Someone will post something, her parents will find out, but eventually it will come out. Best to protect yourself and get your own legal advice as well as counseling. Your husband is not who you thought he was, and that's a really hard thing to accept. So take the time you need to figure that out. However, you don't know if this was the first time he did it or the first time he got caught.
Very true.
Either way, he should not be working in a school ever again and should be reported. And AFAF responds, yeah, secrets like this don't stay hidden for very long in high school. The girl's friends know, so other people know, and the farther from the inner circle you get, the less people care about keeping anything hidden. His career is doomed. Mel221144 says a teacher watching a student on OF is bad enough to leave. You don't need proof. Almost Teen says, honestly, I agree. Whether they have a physical relationship or not, he's viewing intimate material of students and obviously conducting some sort of relationship with her. That's horrific behavior. I would certainly consider it infidelity. And even if they weren't in active communication, his desire to view a student in a spicy context would be enough for me to be done with the relationship. And Even Budget 2078 says, okay, so you saw her at the movies in March and her friends were definitely acting like something was up with her specifically. When does the school year end in Canada? Meaning, did she just graduate in May or June, or would that have been at high school in March? You need to see a lawyer. Do not talk about this with your husband for now. Do not talk to her. Please don't do that. That is not a good idea at all. Are you considering divorce, or are you mainly concerned about ramifications to his job? I think you should talk to a lawyer about divorce, but that's just me. For his job, OP, this is up to you, and I will not judge you if you don't, but please consider telling the school.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but you know your husband is a risk to his female students. I'm not saying it's a sure thing that he'll prey on another one, but he is a risk, and I think you know this. So if you know this, what is your obligation to girls at his school? Maybe just to add that it is not okay for teachers to groom students, but not act on it until they leave. Like, that's also not an okay act, right? OP responds, school here finishes end of June, but high school students are done earlier to complete exams, so mid-June. They graduate in May, as in celebrate and walk the stage, but return to school for exams. Divorce for sure, unless I'm mistaken, but I am also praying, I am trying to find a way that this could be acceptable or ignored, because I am heartbroken. My heart is shattered. I know I have an obligation to protect his students, but I'm struggling that this is happening to the man I'm married. I can't even think straight. What kind of lawyer do I get? I've never had one before. Just a divorce lawyer? Will they tell this to the school if I confide in them before I know the truth? I think that would fall under like client attorney privilege kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Sail Blue says, you have the girl's name? If so, I'd confront by asking about her. I'd ask, when did he first subscribe to her OF account, just casually? When he denies, I would ask if it was before or after they started snapping each other. Is it a paid subscription? Also, you can see when the app has been downloaded. If you go on your iPhone, in your apps to settings, it will tell you the date of when the app was downloaded, even if it's since been deleted. Your husband is gross, by the way. This is a reminder to all people that usually when someone is so against something, there is a reason. The reason is often because they are attempting to cover up what they really think, etc., or because they believe if they show they are vehemently against it, people will think that's true. Just like people who cheat often will be the first to discuss how horrible cheating is. OP says, yes, I know her name. Is there a chance that he is not engaging and just subscribed? There is a chance, like...
But I don't think it... I mean, we also know that he's been snapping her, so...
I mean, a lot of OnlyFans models have like Snapchat.
Yeah, but I think that's engaging.
As a like tier. So I know this because I have like not friends, but people that I went to middle and high school with in the Valley that are like OF managers, and what they do.
Managers?
Yeah, managers.
Oh.
And so and they're like they're kind of like the grodiest kinds of people, but what they do is their like OF models will send them images and they will text the guys on their behalf.
Whoa.
So like the Snapchat and stuff that they're getting are not from them, it's from these guys.
That's interesting.
So it's not necessary.
Well, I think it's still he's engaging either way because he's Snapchat.
No,
it doesn't necessarily mean he's engaging straight with her. But.
Yeah. But like, I guess that's all I'm saying. It's still like I think a divorce worthy thing, but in terms of like, there is a chance that he's not directly talking with her.
Yeah, but he doesn't know that.
But he doesn't know that, and the whole point is to deceive the end user from knowing that. Harriet Spaghetti says they are digital pimps. Melissa Monday says online pimps. Is there a chance that he is not engaging and just subscribed?
Nope.
Well, I think...
but again, the Snapchat. I think that proves that he's engaging. Again, may not be directly with her, but he believes that it's with her if he has a Snapchat and it's only with a girl.
I don't know all the intricacies, but it could be like, oh, you get like, it's like a newsletter. So you get my private, you get my...
It's a newsletter.
You get like my private stories on Snapchat.
I don't know about that.
I don't know. If anyone knows anything about OF in the chat, please educate us. But is there a chance that he is not engaging and just subscribed? A chance that he has her Snapchat but isn't talking. Is there a chance I'm wrong? Should I check when it was downloaded before I ask? If he downloaded it after the school year ended and has not been engaging, is this the same thing as corn? It feels worse. And also another point of proof that maybe he is talking with her directly is they knew that he was subscribed at the very least. Or
yeah, because they saw at the movie theater.
Mhm.
They were all like, "Ooh, ha 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 ha."
Ghost Blue Lady says OP is selfish and disgusting. OP. It's hard, yeah, but she has no empathy. If I was a mother of a girl attending and I found his wife knew and did nothing, I'm throwing hands.
Well, I think that I wouldn't necessarily put it on her quite yet because she just found this out and is kind of probably in shock.
Yeah, she's
So I
processing.
think, I think if she does nothing going forward, that would be pretty messed up. But like right now, I'll give her the benefit of the doubt.
she's still in the phase of acquiring information.
Yeah.
But Black Cat's Sneak Attack says, honey, you know the answer. You just want to believe in who you thought he was so badly. Why do you think the girl was so blushy? She knew he was a subscriber. OP responds, I know, but then I also think that I don't know without proof. Is what I have proof.
Absolutely.
We share a mortgage, a cat. We have shared investments. We just passed our 1-year anniversary. I thought I knew him, and now I don't even know if I can go home. I don't know where to go. We've never so much as even had a fight where one of us sleeps at a friend's. If I go to my family or friends, they will press me, and then I can't take anything back. There's an update.
Hoo-wee.
1 day later. Hoo-wee mama.
No, I think that seems like OP's starting to do this investigation. Yeah, but I think that he has to be engaging with her, with this girl.
Yeah.
And also to OP's like question of, oh, is this worse than corn? Yeah, because it involves
It's a more intimate relationship than
one.
than
It
corn.
involves a person that he knows
Yep.
and maybe directly taught,
And also, she knows.
and she knows.
It's not a one-way relationship. He knows, she knows,
Yeah.
and they have history.
Yes.
It's like
And
a
also
combination.
Snapchat.
It would like it's like 1 degree worse for all of that is true. It's like
Yes.
if he was watching a former student, like just like corn, that's already bad.
Yeah.
But now it's like, no, he subscribed to her OF. That's even worse. And also she knows, and like he's talking to her through Snapchat,
Yeah.
or at least he's on a tier of subscription where
Yeah, some
she's sending
sort of
Snapchat.
tier.
And there's so many layers where it's
Bad.
really messed up that I'm not sure. I'm not sure it's good. But Death of Rage says, no, Sam, they had math, not history.
Good math.
Ha ha ha. Death of Rage says, sorry. Ghost Blue Lady says there's enough information to inform the school and have him investigated. Do we feel a question?
I think so.
Do we feel like there's enough information to inform the school?
I think OP could go to the school and say, hey, I did my, husband teach this girl. I think that you could ask that question.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I definitely think. And then maybe let the lawyer do the rest of it.
Ezekiel says Sophia is 100% right. Corn is usually anonymous. This is just one step below seeing her at the strip club and having her cell number.
Yeah.
That is like, I think that's a very great analogy.
Yeah, I think so.
We have an update 1 day later.
Woo! Let's do it. Let's dive in.
I'm not super excited to dive in.
I'm not, but I want him to
but
be.
I want to know.
I want him to be fired.
All right. So my post blew up and there were many updates, comments, so I wanted to update. I read every single comment, but there was too much to reply to, so let's clarify a few things. No, I didn't have pictures or screenshots of the Snapchats or OF. I was so upset I didn't even think about it until afterwards. Gotta have receipts,
Gotta have the receipts.
And I thought there would be another chance to get them. I realized I effed up. For some of my early comments, my brain was still reeling. I am 100% leaving my husband, to make it clear. It took me some time to come to terms with what was actually happening and the fact that I was in denial, but Reddit helped me get there, so thanks. The comments were about 50-50 split between talking to a lawyer or my husband first. The reality is that I didn't think I had anywhere else to go at the time, and I was so emotional last night and felt like I needed to know. I wanted to confront him and rip off the Band-Aid. He called me while I was still at work, and I ended up telling him we need to talk. He seemed thrown off by this and canceled plans to stay in. I didn't get home for almost 3 hours after that, crying and deciding what the F to do. Ultimately, I went home. If you're ever in the same position, don't do what I did. I wanted to follow the advice of many comments by basically saying, I know about her, but I really wanted to get pictures of the evidence first, so I planned on playing it cool, saying, never mind, all is okay, until he went to sleep and then sneaking back on his phone. I shouldn't have said anything on the phone, but my emotions got the better of me. But when I walked in the house, I immediately felt like he knew what I knew. He said, what's up? Super standoffishly, just seemed off. And whatever I said on the phone must have tipped him off. Either that, or he was able to tell that I was on his phone in the morning somehow pretending to be asleep. I'm not sure. So I couldn't control myself and got super emotional and confronted him on the spot. I asked if he had an only.
Start there.
Start strong. It was the first thing out of my mouth, and he literally said, no, what did you want to talk about?
What?
Bold-faced
What?
lie.
Also, that's just like so freaking like annoying that OP's like, do you have an OnlyFans? He's like, no, what did you want to talk about? That. Obviously that. That's why she's talking about it.
Yeah, dude. I mean.
He's like, what do you want to talk about? What do you mean? What do you want to talk about?
But obviously she knows.
Yeah.
Like why would you bold-faced lie? I mean, I guess he's like
he's a
compulsive
serial liar.
Yeah. But I told him I knew what he did, and he denied it. I told him I went on his phone this morning and scoffed and walked away. I followed him crying and screaming that I knew he had an OnlyFans and a Snapchat and that I was leaving him, and finally cried out something about cheating with his students. When I said that, he immediately turned around and asked what the F I was talking about. I told him that I knew about the girl, 18 female, and his face genuinely turned into somebody I don't know. He immediately began yelling in my face that I don't know what I was talking about. How dare me accuse him of sleeping with his students? And I'm crazy and trying to ruin his life.
Gaslighting.
I was screaming at him back. I told him to open his phone and prove it, and he laughed in my face about how stupid somebody would be to do what I'm accusing him of. I mean, he's right.
Yeah,
he's
it would
right,
be pretty stupid. He's right,
And basically threw his phone at my face and said, knock yourself out. As people can probably guess, there was nothing. He definitely knew before I got home. He was logged out of Snapchat, and when I asked him to log in and stop lying, he logged into a different account and asked me if I would drop it now. The first one had just 18 female and a few AI account things. This one had all his old college group chats and other people, including me. He gaslit me and swore he didn't have another account. I'm wondering if there's like a twist.
Yeah.
Something that we're not seeing.
It's like he's got a twin.
Or like, I don't know, she's actually a hacker and hacked onto his phone.
He's like, what are you
to
talking
subscribe
about?
to her OnlyFans.
No, I think that based off his behavior.
Alyssa Mundy says, what's the age difference between OP and husband?
I think they're similar ages. I don't know if we got.
Oh, age difference between OP and husband? Yeah, I think similar ages. And OP,
30s?
I think husband he's been teaching for 10 years, so he's probably like 35.
Yeah, I would say he's around mid-30s.
Yeah. He gaslit me and swore he didn't have another account. He even suggested that I dreamt all of
That's
this.
crazy. How are you what?
At one point, he finally admitted that he subscribed to an OF for a streamer during one of our intimacy lulls, but never a student, and he swore he lied because he loved me and doesn't engage in that kind of behavior
because he's still lying
anymore. It was just
ridiculous.
hours of lies and gaslighting. He said that he knew which student I was talking about, but that he's never spoken to her or taught her. He didn't recall the movie theater incident and accused me of imagining it too. He denied receiving a Snapchat at all a few nights ago when I first saw it. He denied acting shady the days before. He denied everything.
Yeah, just divorce this terrible, terrible man.
I was absolutely disgusted by him the whole night. As the conversation went on, he started to talk about how he's going to get us marriage counseling.
Unbelievable.
You think that's going to fix it, buddy?
He's like, you know what? You need help. We're going to go to marriage counseling.
Yeah. Honestly, let's just get a therapist for you.
Seems like it seems like maybe you should do individual therapy because you're having a lot of dreams.
Yeah, babe. You know what I love about you? I love you have this like amazing imagination. And I really think we should put that to work. You know, let's like do a storytelling class together. Let's do some improv. I love that we're improv right here. I'm making stuff up. You're making stuff up. Like maybe we could do a sketch group together.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
Great idea. But as the conversation went on, he started to talk about how he's going to get us marriage counseling, that my trust issues can be worked on. My trust
This
issues.
is this man, the amount of gaslighting is incredible.
And he would leave teaching if that's what it took for me to stay, but never admitted to anything with the student. Admittedly, I was starting to get a bit of gaslight fog about the situation, believing some of what he was saying. But when he volunteered to leave teaching, I knew it was worse than I thought, because teaching is his everything. He gave up an amazing opportunity which would have made him 3 to 4 times the money and way more recognition to teach, and has never complained about his job a day in his life. We both know he loves his job more than he loves me. But, he doesn't love it for, the material. He loves it for the students. He loves the students, If this was truly all a misunderstanding, or if it was a one-off with a graduated non-student, I just think he would do more to protect his job and his career. He wouldn't just leave over crazy behavior for me. That immediately told me everything I needed to know. That he was panicking on the inside about me leaving and me telling people. Maybe because more happened with 18 female than what I know. Maybe because he's done this before. I'm not sure, but he effed up bad. I don't think this is the first time.
I don't think so. I think he's very comfortable with lying.
Yeah. And also he has his system down,
Mm-hmm. I feel like it's probably something along the lines of students flirt with him because he's like attractive young teacher. He flirts back. Eventually some, students start messaging him, and then he's like, oh, well, I can message these students.
Yeah.
And so it gets into that. And this is maybe the first time that he had like an of model.
Yeah. I'm thinking that like the best situation of this is he does wait until after they graduate, and he has just a pipeline of groomed.
Yeah, which is just grooming. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just grooming his students.
Yeah. It's so late, I was exhausted, and I feigned agreement in working through it and told him I could move past it, but I was obviously lying. I need time to get crap in order. He is sleeping in the guest room tonight. I told him I would need a lot of space, and he said he was okay with that. I mean, you better be. He left his phone in our bedroom for the night as a peace offering. I hate his effing guts. Yeah, Goth Princess says he enjoys the attention. Jan Diddle says if he's been teaching for like a decade now, he must have done this when he was younger. Oh, yeah, for sure. I mean, I feel like...
especially, when he was a young teacher. Yeah.
I have so many things on my mind right now. What the F to do, how to get a lawyer, if I should tell my family, if I should tell the school, the fact that I have no proof, but I know what I saw, the fact that I'll be 33 and divorced, and above all, the fact that my husband may have slept with this girl. That's my gut telling me, because he kept repeating that he would never sleep with his students over and over when I was using words like cheat with, look at corn, or spicy text with. So that's the update. I was gaslit and lied to. I got no sleep last night, but still went to work this morning to get away from him. He hasn't texted me or called all day. I want nothing more than to go to the school with this info. My heartbreak is gone. I'm just angry and disgusted and want to right his wrongs, but I need him to admit to it so I can know how bad it is, and I don't think he will. I'm thinking of telling him that I reached out to the girl. I'm not going to, and see if that freaks him out enough to come clean. But what if she doesn't know / he's using a fake account? But I think she knows.
She knows. That's why she reacted that way.
Or just saying I have proof even though I don't. Anybody have any good ideas? In the meantime, looking for divorce lawyer ASAP. TLDR, found proof of husband Snapchatting / subscribed to Students Only Fans, but now all the evidence is gone and he gaslit me. Have no idea where to go from here besides start the divorce process and edit. I'm quickly editing to add, because so many people are saying I don't need proof to divorce, and I know that. I'm leaving him 100% to regardless, but I really want some proof. I want to prove to him that he can't lie to me and get away with doing this. I also think most people in his life will not believe me without proof. I'm scared of my name being slandered and him getting off scot-free and maybe even making me the bad guy for falsely accusing. I also want to know the extent, because I need to know if he is sleeping with students or just being a creep. And there's another edit, but really quick. Do you think it's important that she gets to the bottom of this?
I think yes, only because she needs to go to the school about this. And if she needs, she might
go
need
to the school without proof.
I think she could, because she has a certain level of information.
She has information, but she won't.
Start.
But like, does she have enough information
For an investigation, I think so.
Mm.
I think at that point it goes.
I
Like,
guess you
does
do
she
have enough,
to? Yeah.
Because you could just like anyone could just be
could
like,
say,
hey,
hey,
I have a tip on this teacher. I think he should be investigated. And
especially if it's coming from his wife.
yeah.
Yeah, I think they would investigate it, and then at that point you don't need to do all the investigation work.
You could leave an anonymous tip.
That's also true. I mean, yeah, and then even then you still don't need that much proof or anything, because they would find that.
Ming Ming says, do it for the kids, OP.
Yeah.
I really do think like you're doing these children a service.
I think you need to either way. And I think OP's just like, seemingly it just feels like she needs the proof for herself, because she's like, I've been gaslit. But I really think she could just go to the school with a tip.
Yeah. Ezekiel says, Sam, the school can investigate and find proof if you used a school PC and maybe get the cops involved. Oh, yeah, that's a good point.
Presumably they would go talk to this girl.
Yeah.
I would hope.
But she's also not a student anymore. So, I mean, like, do they have access? Also, is that something that she's going to want to cooperate with? Yeah. Like, potentially not. But we got another edit. So, thanks for all the comments. This blew up even more. So, I won't be able to reply to all of them. I have a meeting with a divorce lawyer at 4 p.m. We'll act accordingly based on their advice, and we'll update tonight. Comments from Even Budget 2078. OP, first of all, I am glad you are safe. I was very concerned your husband might hurt you when he realized you knew about the student. I know you got so many comments. I am a law professor from your earlier posts. Please don't get a lawyer.
No, please
Please get a lawyer and then go directly to the school.
Yes.
You don't need proof in the way that you mean.
Yes.
You tell them exactly what you found and they will open an investigation.
I'm literally
As you already know,
story.
this girl's friends know what's going on. It'll not take long for specific facts to unravel. Also, you do have evidence. Your testimony about what you saw is evidence. Yes, the school will need to corroborate your statement. That is their job, by the way, but you certainly have evidence sufficient to alert the school at this point. Please do so. I'm not going to repeat what I said earlier about the many reasons why, but simply that I think you know it is the right thing to do to protect the students your husband has access to as a teacher. I'm very sorry this happened and really hope that you also get therapy, if you can, to deal with all of this and your husband's gaslighting. Edit to add, I just want to respond to this comment because it's concerning. I want nothing more than to go to school with the info my heartbreak is gone and I'm just angry and disgusted and want to right his wrongs, but I need him to admit it so I can know how bad it is, and I don't think he will. So this is the quote from OP. And then this commenter responds, OP, you do not need him to admit anything to you in order to go to the school. You are not the intermediary here from him. The school will carry out its own investigation and the facts will come out and you will know how bad it is.
Like, you'll get your proof, but you just don't have to go through all the process of investigating while you're also trying to divorce this man.
You are not an investigator or prosecutor of your husband. You have evidence of a concerning nature about the safety and welfare of students involving a teacher at the school. What else is there is not your job to find. Yeah, so you kind of accomplish your like own goals by informing the school. And also it's like the moral right thing to do to protect these students.
Exactly.
What else is there is not your job to find. I would really advise you to not directly engage with your husband anymore on this topic. He has already become extremely angry with you for raising it, and pushing for more information is going to be interpreted as a threat from him. Please disengage ASAP from your husband. Leave this in the hands of the school and get a safe place where you can organize your divorce. Do you have somewhere you can stay? Go there. Do not talk to your husband, and definitely don't tell him things to see if it freaks him out to come clean. This is extraordinarily dangerous because, like, his, a cornered animal that has nothing to lose is going to strike out. And you don't want to make him feel like that because he might do something crazy.
Yeah, and you're potentially, rightfully so, but you're potentially getting him fired from a job he's been at for 10 years. I don't know if there's some sort of like tenure kind of thing going on at that school, but that's a possibility. But the commenter says this is extraordinary dangerous. Please do not do any such thing. And extension accident 47 says you don't need proof. You know what you saw. You saw the red flags last night. Hire a lawyer and get the divorce process started before things get any worse. Your husband has a lot to lose. Don't let him pull you down with him. Get out ASAP. Yeah.
And that's
the end?
Is where that story ends. I do have a personal Am I the A-hole to go over, but Yeah, I wonder if
Yeah,
there's
Addie, if
more
you could
updates.
find out if there's more updates on under that username.
Yeah, maybe while Addie is looking for more updates on that story, I can tell you guys a little about my am I the a-hole situation. So Sophia and I went to go do laundry yesterday.
Our laundry machine is broken.
Yeah, and we had the brilliant idea that like one of the places that I used to live is down the street. It's like an apartment complex. It has a open laundromat where you can pay like a few bucks.
It's not locked.
It's not locked, and you can pay a few bucks to do your laundry, right? And so Sophia goes and does her laundry. She fills up the entire washing machine, so I can't do any of my laundry. We leave. It's not any issue, right? So then I go this morning and I have my big Santa sack of laundry over my shoulder.
Classic.
And I see my old neighbor and she's pulling out of like the driveway and I'm on the street and she's like, hey, are you trying to do laundry here? I'm like, oh yeah, like my laundry machine's broken. Thought I'd do like a quick cycle. And she's like, you can't do that. There's a new couple that moved in and they have a baby and they can't have some strange man coming through. And I'm like, okay, super sorry about that. Didn't realize it was an issue, right? But she's like continually going off on me. And I'm like, totally understand. No worries, right? And then I text her husband, who I thought we were close. Like we lived next to each other for like 3 years. And we had multiple conversations and it seemed fine. And I text him and this is the conversation. So I say, hey, our laundry machine is getting repaired, so I went to do laundry at the old stomping grounds, but your wife got pretty upset when she saw me coming in. I'm not going to use it now. Sorry, didn't know it caused any issues. Hope you're well, right? And then he responds,
so considerate.
It's not yours to use. If yours is broken, go to a laundrette. If ours broke down, would you expect me to come to yours to do laundry? We have new neighbors with 2 kids and who use it regularly, and to them, you're a stranger.
Which implies that they apparently know everyone in the apartment complex.
And there's an Airbnb in the apartment complex, and there's plenty of people that use that same laundromat. And I said, no sweat, didn't know it was an issue. And he responds, have some common sense. If you still lived here and some random person came up to do their laundry, would you be happy? And like, I would be...
you can't even
you wouldn't even
notice. You wouldn't even notice.
It's
not like we're walking through someone's house to get to this laundromat.
And I misinterpreted that. Ezekiel says it is coin operated.
Well, yeah, it's like a tap.
It's a coin operated laundry thing. And I misinterpreted that text. I thought he said like if like we needed our laundry done and like needed to knock on the door, like I'm like I would totally let him use our laundry machine if he needed to wash some stuff. And I said, and would love to help y'all if you ever needed anything.
Yeah.
Sorry, I thought we had a friendlier relationship. You are totally right. Right? Just to like kind of do it. And he's like, dude, we do have a friendly relationship, but our neighbors might not be so welcoming. They just had a baby.
I don't understand why they kept bringing up the baby.
And also, we know those neighbors.
Yeah, they also know the neighbors.
We also know the neighbors who just moved in that had the baby, and they said it was fine.
They said it was fine?
Yeah, Christian had talked to them because he had done...
So what? And also, to be clear, the people that Sam's texting... Not the landlords.
Not the landlords.
Not the landlords.
It is a coin-operated laundry machine. And also, I'm just bummed because I thought we were tight. But they all also are like very, their demeanor changes based on what substance they're on. So they're a little bit variable people. Mm-hmm. But sometimes they're very nice. So maybe I just caught them on an off day.
Guess
so, chat, am I the a-hole? Josie Medola Burker says, so they got offended on their behalf. Jan Digital says, but have you talked to the baby?
Yeah, I think we should go like hang out. We should become friends with that couple and the baby.
I know.
And be like, and if they're like, oh, they have a baby. Yeah, we're babysitting for them.
Yeah, I think honestly, my read on it is I think they had just had an argument.
Yeah.
And were mad at each other.
And then got mad at you.
And you know what? Maybe I made it better because they had something. Enemy. Yeah, they have a common enemy. And now I've helped them a little bit with their own relationship troubles.
I guess so. No, but I think it's ridiculous. I think it's not a personal laundry machine.
Yeah.
It's basically a laundromat. It's open. It's not locked door. You don't need a key to get into it.
Sophie says you weren't planning on going on their personal apartments. So how's that bothering anyone? Not the a-hole. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And also literally used to lived there.
I used to live
4
there.
years.
Yeah. I know the neighbors that moved in that have the baby because We talked to them as they moved in and we moved out. I know everyone there.
We're not it wasn't like, oh, there was a big line for the laundry.
There was no one.
Yeah.
There was no one that was at the laundry thing.
Never do this. Our laundry machine is broken.
I was a little like taken aback because
That's ridiculous. Also, the fact that you were like, "Hey, sorry, didn't realize this problem. Won't do it," and he was like, "Ah!"
Yeah, exactly, dude. Like,
I'm up in arms.
I didn't even use the laundry machine. I didn't even get to use it. I was on the street with a sack.
Laundry, yeah.
I guess I had intent. I had intent to use the laundry machine. I was a man with laundry intent. But yeah, as Eagle says, Sam, are you going to call any of the ladies Riley introduced you to at the Spotify event? Just don't snap them.
Yeah,
there was no ladies that
you mentioned that before. I feel like Sam didn't talk to any of these.
No, I didn't. I what do you mean? I talk to girls all the time. Talk to girls all the time. No, I mostly just talked to the friends that I knew at the Spotify event.
Tia says, did Riley break it again? Riley was not. Our laundry machine is just like broken, and we've had to fight to get a new one.
We are
for
fighting.
A year.
We are fighting. Yeah. But luckily, I think we're getting a new one. But that is where my personal story, the bigger crazy story about the high school teacher, and this episode ends. So if you love us, make sure to subscribe.
We love you,
and see you tomorrow.